Why does it seem like everyone has more money than you always? Every day, headlines like these are becoming more common. Like 12-year-old becomes a millionaire after investing $2,000 in Bitcoin. 13-year-old girl becomes a millionaire in months with NFTs. 13-year-old becomes one of the world's most successful millionaires. And no matter how hard you try, how much you work, or how many hours you spend grinding and solving problems, every time you open any social media platform, there's always someone who got richer than you, got rich faster than you, or did it more easily than you're doing, lives a life fit for a king, with fancy cars, huge houses, and luxury vacations. And some of these people will even tell you that the way you were working and living your life is completely wrong. But hold on, in today's video, I'm going to share 6 reasons why every time you pick up your phone, you see that friend, neighbor, or even someone much younger than you who seems to have more money than you. But first, like and subscribe. It's fast, it's free, and you have the best financial content whenever you want. Alright, let's get started. The first reason why it seems like everyone has more money than you is incredibly simple. So simple that I decided to start with it. It's a matter of logic. Let me give you a quick example. When I was a financial advisor, my daily routine looked like this. I would wake up, take a shower and have breakfast, catch a dirty bus on a bus terminal and a few more buses, get to the office, work 14 to 16 hours a day, go back home, shower, and then go to sleep. And sometimes if I had a little extra time, I would play Nintendo or Tibia. That's how it went for 7 years in the financial market. Now, let me ask you something. Be honest. Would you want to follow the routine of someone like that? Someone who takes buses, trains, and works long hours? Probably not, right? Do you get where I'm going with this, or do I need to explain more? Because my routine was just like that of thousands of other people. There was nothing special about it, except for the fact that I worked much harder than most people. The rest of my day was pretty standard. And let's face it, people scrolling through the internet don't want to come home, sit on the couch, and watch someone riding a crowded subway, taking buses, and working in an office. They want content that distracts them, that masks their own lives a little. I didn't post about my exhausting work routine. I didn't share pictures of packed buses or my tired eyes. But when I went to a nice restaurant on the weekend, took one of my rare trips, or did anything remotely out of the ordinary, that's what I posted. And guess what? All your friends, neighbors, and relatives do the exact same thing. They're not showing the boring parts of their lives, they're only sharing the highlights. That's one of the 6 reasons why it seems like most people are living better lives or have more money than you. It's purely a matter of perspective. The second reason why it seems like everyone has more money than you is rooted in what I call the emotional symbols of wealth. Here's the thing. There are 2 types of wealth symbols. Status symbols, that means designer clothes, luxury cars, mansions, and the true wealth symbols. We call it free time, the ability to say no, financial freedom. And the second type is much harder to achieve if your finances aren't in order. Think about it. A person in debt with a family to support doesn't have free time, can't afford to say no, and certainly doesn't have financial freedom. They have to work hard, often taking jobs they don't want just to pay the bills, and they can't freely decide how to allocate their money. But projecting the first symbol of wealth, that's easy. Anyone can buy an iPhone 16 as long as they have enough credit available and can spread the payments over 12 or even 24 months. Then the end of the year rolls around. You open Instagram and what do you see? Everyone at the beach, dressed up in fancy outfits, sipping expensive drinks, celebrating in top-tier parties. Meanwhile, you stayed home, saving, studying, and working, and thinking, wow, everyone else got richer this year and I'm still here stuck. But here's the truth. Many of those people have taken on debt that will hang over them for all of 2025 without even knowing how they'll pay it back. They're living their year-end dream, but they're locking themselves into financial chains. Think about it. If someone financed their vacation, they now have to keep their job until the payments are done. If they lose that job, they're in trouble. Their credit score will tank. If they're entrepreneurs, they'll have to hustle harder harder just to break even. Don't fall for it. To achieve true wealth, freedom for yourself and your family, you need to avoid these financial traps. You can't live in luxury and chase dreams before you're financially ready. There's the person earning $5,000 a month who chooses to finance a $12,000 vacation over 12 months. And there's the person earning $5,000 who decides to invest $12,000 throughout the year. Who do you want to be? Only one of them builds real wealth in the long run. And we come to the third reason. Some people are simply born with a financial advantage. Some people are just rich. That's a fact. Maybe you started your career humbly, working hard, taking public transportation, helping your family pay the bills with nothing left to invest. That was my case. But there are others who, even if they're not heirs to huge fortunes, have a significant leg up in life. They live with their parents, their gifted cars, or even apartments. They get recommended for better jobs, and many of them also had access to high-quality education. This kind of stability gives them the confidence to take bigger risks. Does that mean you can't reach the same financial level as them? Absolutely not. I had to help my parents pay off their debts, and I still succeeded. But it does mean your journey will be tougher. You need to work harder, be more committed, and take bigger risks to get there. Accept the reality. The world isn't perfectly balanced or fair, and you can't change that. The only thing you can change is yourself. And the fourth reason connects closely to the third. You only look up. You don't look at your neighbor. You don't look at the people you went to school with. You don't compare yourself to your peers at work. Who do you look at? That soccer player living in a penthouse in Dubai, that influencer who became a millionaire at a young age, your boss, and you compare yourself to them. And in doing so, you forget to look around or even down. What does this lead to? Greed. Because you don't accept who you are, where you come from, or the circumstances you were born into. You don't start by reflecting on how to improve your situation from where you are. Looking around or even below isn't about settling for less. It's about understanding where you stand, appreciating what you already have, and building from there. If you can't value what you have now, you never value what you achieve later. You live in a constant state of dissatisfaction. You want exactly what others already have, which is why you only look up, comparing yourself to those who've already made it. This is the mindset of the greedy. They want everything easily. They'll step over others to get it. They abandon principles to achieve their desires, and what they fail to see is the effort and the disciplined habits behind those who achieve real results. It's like the person who says, I'll do anything to lose weight, but doesn't follow a diet, doesn't go to the gym, and doesn't put it in the effort. It's the same with finances. There's always someone who says, I'll do anything to be a millionaire, but doesn't work hard, doesn't take risks, and doesn't put it the effort. If this sounds like you, it's time to change your mindset, because money is just a consequence, nothing more, nothing less. And the fifth reason comes to address what might be on your mind right now. Cousin, I do look around, but everyone still seems better off than me. And here there are two possibilities. First, you don't see the hidden effort. Often you look at your coworkers who earn the same as you and think, how do they manage to spend more than I do? There's an interesting statistic that says around 40% of the people from my country have a side hustle to supplement their income, adding about 1,000 extra each month. There's the coworker who makes truffle to sell, for example. The one who freelances for other companies, the one selling products or services online, but you don't see those extra hours of work or the sleep they're sacrificing to make it happen. And second, if you think the grass is always greener on the other side, you see a well-dressed coworker and think, I wish I had more money to buy clothes like that. You see another with a car and think, I wish I had enough to buy a car. But it's all about priorities. The well-dressed coworker might spend more on clothes because they enjoy it, but sacrifice on transportation, only taking buses and trains. The coworker with a car might walk around with worn-out socks and skip ordering delivery because having a car is their priority. One of the things I always prioritized was investing in knowledge, assets, and things that that would put more money in my pocket. And once I reached a certain level of financial freedom, I decided to share financial education here on YouTube for free. Alright, let's get to the sixth and final reason in this video. There were two shopkeepers, each running a store right across from the other. The first one was always coming up with brilliant ideas, putting them into action and selling a lot. The second one would copy every idea but never saw the same success. The first one launched clever, well thought out promotions and made huge sales. The second would do the same, but it just wouldn't work out. And after 20 or 30 years, the first shopkeeper kept spending, opening more stores and becoming a multi-millionaire. The second one got by. He didn't struggle, but he didn't grow the same way. And one day, the second shopkeeper sat down with the first and said, I need to admit something. I spent my entire life copying you, doing exactly what you did, and it never worked out for me. I just don't understand why. And the first one replied, it's simple. While my business had 4 eyes, yours had none. So sometimes your biggest problem is focusing too much on other people's lives. Time is your most precious asset. You can't buy more of it. So stop wasting it by worrying about what others are doing, gossiping, or obsessing over their success. Spend that time on yourself, your family, and your goals. And that's it, cousins. If you enjoyed this video and stuck around till the end, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post new content. See you next time. Bye bye.